Sound waves are picked up by this wonderful mechanical ear, the microphone, which is really a glorified telephone transmitter.
I got my driver's license last week, just like we always talked about. Thank you for the roses. So sweet.
We at the hotel, motel. We at the hotel.
Sorry.
LifeLock.com/info.
Shorty, a little baddie.
Oh, now that's scary.
Cause like,
Let's go. Here we are.
Do any of you guys know where clowns go to get married?
Good whatever to you. Whenever you are watching this episode of TikTok Around the Clock, the show where we see what the heck is going on with TikTok Live at 2 different times around the clock. And this is the only way that A. Smith and Spurgsnake will see what is going on with TikTok. There's also Who Are These Socials, but they're a big enough show. They don't need your help. We need your help over here. Give us the likes, subscribes, and notification bells. Oh, it's a bit early for the shill segment, but I went ahead and started, didn't I? We're going to see some boobies today. Not bare tits like you saw in used cars, but some thin ladies, some booby ladies. Actually, do we have booby ladies? There are thin ladies. And check us out Tuesday through Thursday, 11:30 a.m. Eastern for more nonsense. And we have, for our creator spotlight, a mystery saga that hopefully we will keep up to date with. We will keep up to date. Hopefully he keeps updating. So it is beginning, and we will keep checking this investigator out as he keeps going forth with what is happening with his investigation. So stick around for both the middle and the end for parts 1 and 2 of this mystery that a documentarian is checking out. There's a little preview at the second half right there. But the first half, we're starting off with a pretty lady. And I think this was the vacuum lady last time. And I also don't believe this is her actual account. I have started to realize a pattern. SKYE. Any combination of Sky spelled like that are rebroadcasters. That's the one with Casey, the lady who sits in her car with her legs all Sharon Stone-like in sweatpants or yoga pants, but still looks very well. And several others. These rebroadcasters are finding pretty ladies. And Tuan Nhi, our good old reverse dunk tank buddy, is also being broadcast from other people seeking out to get those sweet TikTok gifts a penny at a time, or maybe $3.50 at a time if you send the cowboy hat. And it looks like we actually do need her roommate to start vacuuming again for something to go on. She has some big hair even without it being the 80s.
You guys are so freaking cute, I swear.
Oh, she said something.
I'm so happy.
I'm picturing her in the 1980s, though, with a hair that is indeed a complete foot tall with 2 cans of hairspray. It was those style choices of the 1980s that depleted the ozone layer.
It's not working on my laptop.
Here is your first opportunity for ropey loads, Isaac Walmart. And not overly sexual, but she's hot in whatever she wears. This lady could have a burlap sack on, and she could definitely get me to shoot some ropes. There's a lot of sniffing going on there. Have you been to the Ricadas house? Bring me back some. As I've said, I won't seek it out, but if it finds me, it's a game day decision. And if someone like that brings it, leaning more to a yes.
My internet's not working, guys. I'm trying to play music. Oh no.
Well, then we'll have to get Patrick Starr in here to give the DMCA alarm. So let's just go with someone who has already got some ropey loads shot on her face. Well, those look like some drippy loads. Oh, and those aren't even real glasses. Those are CGI glasses. Look at the way that they're moving and she's interacting with them. Fake nerd. Fake. Invasion of the nerd body snatchers. And it appears whoever she got these loads from, they were no longer ropey at this point. They shot all the ropes they could. Maybe this is the threads that DJ Electra spoke of yesterday, but more of a drippy load for a cute doll at this point. And I am a big fan of those huge knockers. Those are a C cup, maybe a D cup. I think they're a C, but definitely a CD. Not a cassette tape there. Not squares on her chest. And I'm glad to hear we're off to a good start, because even when it's an uneventful start, with the first lady saying next to nothing, and the second lady just rubbing her face in with some ejaculate, it's still something going on, because they're hot. And Noah over to Rough Funzel. She does not take shit from anybody.
We're like, I just say that because I want you to try harder. The only thing I want to try you, the only thing I want hard from you is your dick because I like you. But if I don't, step out.
Ropey loads. She is ready for you. Rough Funzel is ready for the hard dick and everything that comes out of it.
You're holding up the line. Charot lang. But yeah.
Holding up the line. She has been to a glory hole or two to have a line to get those hard dicks in.
If if a woman don't like you, no matter how hard you try, or no matter how good your approach is, he's not gonna like you.
But what if he's loaded with money and not just ropes?
She's not gonna like, but also if she don't like you and then you started getting weird, she's just going to like, I thought I like you. I was wrong. Bye-bye. Like that. So yeah, that's how I look at it.
I believe that she might be in Thailand. Rough Funzel is a Thai lady. I think she might live in Thailand. And she is a shit talker. She will not let the perverts just walk all over her. She's a 100% switch. She will walk on them as well. Actually, judging by how she has really put the perverts in their place, she might be the walker and not the walkie in that type of kink.
Getting friend zone sucks. Why? At least she's not pretending that she likes you and get you in a relationship even though she's not into you.
Like, if a girl cheats
with some solid relationship advice, as DJ Electra and Hackride were pointing out yesterday. At least the autistic girl said, nah, I'm not into it after my first date. And here we have some further relationship advice, as we heard this lady beginning to start with.
Into you?
like, if a girl cheats on you, that means she really don't love you. But I'm sorry. This sound like, if a motherfucker ever cheats on me, I'm gonna.
You're gonna straighten his curly dick?
But like, I don't know.
I think you might be fucking pig's tails. Actually, pig's wieners are all weird like that too, aren't they? Or is that? Am I? I'm thinking of duck wieners. Yeah, I'm getting my duck wiener and my pig wieners mixed up. Stay tuned for more nature penis talk. Bergsnake knows about the duck dick. The ducks, ladies and men, are having an absolute war of arms where because ducks are Ray, the other part of that word that YouTube doesn't want me to say. They are not into the consensual stuff. Are the male ducks? They are into the forceful type of stuffs. So they've got a corkscrew dick, and the duck vaginas are all sorts of labyrinthian places to get through for those weird duck penises.
Like, cause it does, but you should be strong enough to control that shit. God damn it! That's the thing. See, that's the thing. You should be strong enough to freaking control that shit.
Talk to Stuart about saving his family. I'm strong enough, and gosh darn it, ladies like me. Asian Witch Mountain. She does have a witchy thing going on. I am a fan of witches. Okay, A. Smith is correcting me. Pigs may have corkscrews both on their tails and on their peckers. I may just be more of an expert in duck peckers than pig peckers. I know both turtles and pigs have weird peckers. The turtle penis, you couldn't escape that watching the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle porn parodies growing up. Those were everywhere. Everyone remembers those. But A. Smith, we will have to look into these pig penises. I might have been right initially and then second guess myself here on the nature world of private parts.
I need to like collect my thoughts down so I could properly have a discussion about this later. Because
and she is talking about the relationship advice and cheating, not about animal peckers. But would you join us a little? I'll have to send Oi here a private message if she will join the discourse on animal peckers.
You really don't love me? Ooh.
He's got that Kelly Bundy platinum blonde hair. Doesn't look wrong on her, though.
My Instagram is very exclusive.
Attention.
Her Instagram is very exclusive. That sounds like you have to pay a premium to come and see those Instagram pictures. And currently I have someone that I matched with on the dating site that I could clearly tell was a scammer that I'm now going back and forth with, of them still thinking that they've got me on the line to purchase some of their squirting videos. But I think I am at the end of the line of them figuring out that I'm fucking with them and just wasting their time as if they were a telemarketer of vagina.
Seeking, there's a difference between aesthetic and like beliefs and things like that, and then there's like scream for attention level shit. Like getting like your entire forehead covered in tattoos to me is like, please look at me, please pay attention to me.
We're talking the same language. When the forked tongue lady got a forehead tattoo, I was like, ugh. And it's funny that I do come across some ladies on the swipey apps with some face tattoos that I'm like, all right, I know I shouldn't, but that still looks hot enough for a tryst for a little while. But just having that there, I know you are too crazy for a long period of time. And it was kind of fun. The last hooker that I got, number 3 of 3, all of her poor life decisions and history were tattooed all over her body. So I got the full history of how she ended up here with, honestly, a rate that was too low. But that's why you wear the rubber, because her rate's too low. She's seeing too many men that day.
Like getting on your arms and shit and all that is pretty.
That was a really bad choice by me, but I was, I thought I was set up. It's when I believe I'm set up at the bat and ready to just hit it off the tee that I'm like, all right, Pecker, let's get a new tee ball up here.
Normal. rest in peace things or pictures and stuff like that. But like when you're like butchering your face, like you're like screaming for attention. It's like, that looks ridiculous. Why are you doing that? And a lot of Korean girls do this. They get their face covered in tattoos. It looks fucking terrible. Not a lot.
A little dash actually is not bad to let you know I'm crazy, especially like with the forked tongue, with the hotties. Like, this is going to be a fun little bit. This would be a terrible long time. I know Nimrob. I want to see her squirting videos before the first date, and she wants me to buy the squirting videos before the first date. She's certainly nowhere near where I am. And I'm talking about collaborating. Why am I going to buy from my collaborator? We should be giving each other a little sneak peek and then getting in person to be sure that we can collaborate here on these spicy videos. But obviously, not a real person.
But I mean, I've seen
so I'm just going to keep on wasting their time until they catch on.
lot. Like, I've seen like 3 girls today with their faces completely covered in tattoos. I'm like, and they're pretty, like pretty girls. I guess they know that there's laser correction, so they figure they'll do it for a few years and then have a laser surgery to remove it. Maybe that's what it is. The laser treatments are very good now. So it's like people are.
And this is fun. He's not just in Koreatown. He's in a town in Korea as he is bitching about these crazy Korean ladies.
Like, I'll just get a tattoo for 5 years and then I'll get a laser treatment, take it off my face. You know, it's like a form of expression for people that want to, you know, and you can't really judge people that have mental issues. Like, some people are just, they need it. I just think it looks like it's over the top because, you know, the rappers do all.
Well, she did turn her hat around, so that's when you know that she's going over the top. It's like she's a machine.
The face tat, you know.
And this thin lady does appear like she will get the cement wet and have no choice but to lay the brick. Coming up soon. We have an A cup. So, big titty fans, this one isn't for you. People who don't like the thick ladies, Carl Hamburger, here's one for you. Sorry she's not old. Stallion believes this is a lady boy. And I could believe that. It's funny how often that we do start getting in the debate of, is this a lady or a lady recently? And you guys are really throwing me for a loop. The cosplayer who did the horror cosplay. I'm like, no fucking way. Is she? Well, I guess I'm taking a lady cock if it is, because goddamn. And a second dancing lady in a row. One with a mirror behind her. Definitely appreciate that. Not much of an ass to speak of, but she's going to shake what she does have for the cameras. Asian booty. And you guys aren't going to trick me on this one. This one is a lady, not a recent lady. He has to put on the special belt in order to do what the recent ladies can do. And the dancing segment continues. We have not given this guy a proper name yet. He has been a kitty cat. He has been an astronaut kitty cat. It appears the face paint is still kitty cat face paint. but it's more of a deer that he's doing here with his one move dance. It is kind of catchy, but it's no. That appears to be a piece of paper, or maybe a scroll that he is holding, Stallion. Although it could be a tube. This might be a tube that he is filled with squids that he is going to show over on Strip Chat with the dough. I've never seen a dough on this channel. And actually, what's really disappointing about this guy, before I started screen recording, I used to see him pop up cosplaying as a princess. And I haven't seen that since I've been screen recording. So I'm very disappointed that this man has been a kitty cat for a bunch of times that we've seen him. But we have yet to see him don the princess outfit that I originally saw him in before screen recordings started. Homo ham. Homo also that's a word that I don't believe is outright banned, but they don't like. I know TV being on set and seeing a comedic actor improv the line rodeo homo, and the director say that was funny, but you can't say that. I've been through that battle, and that was years ago. That rodeo homo was outright struck down by the director of like, I've been through this. The network isn't going to let homo on air. Gay Bambi. It's Gambi. Oh, and now we have a star of our dancing, and he is recruiting. Asian Dad Dance is recruiting a lady into his super friends of one dance move. And this is a tight battle between Asian Dad Dance and middle school haircut lady, middle school boy. Oh, Homo Hamid. Sometimes I read like a tardo. Homo Hamid. That makes more sense than Homo Hammed. Homo Hamid. And we will not be doing any depictions of Homo Hamid. Well, I guess since he is a homo, that the people who get up in arms, Homo Hamid, would be acceptable to stone to death rather than stoning us to death. The dancing is over, and Asian Dad Dance takes another victory. As Spurgsnake, believing that Junction Jack takes it in the caboose. Junction Jack does like to cross-dress. That might have been something they got into on season 2 or 3 of Greg the Bunny, if indeed Junction Jack takes it in the caboose. We are doing a lot better now that we came across a Sharon Stone, just getting straight to the point, like some of those ladies dancing with a mirror to show off the goods. Just here's the goods, a little sneak peek at those squirting videos. No squirting happening, but here's where the squirt comes from. I'm still disappointed in myself that I couldn't understand Homo Hammed until you rewrote it as Homo Hamid. You will notice that at times where it just I will read out the chat and just punk, yeah, it just bounces off of me without actually going inside the head. Oh, and actually, it's been a while since we've seen Milfy Sharon Stone. She had Christmas panties the last time that we saw Milfy Sharon Stone showing off the goods. But I'll tell you what is not lost in translation, Nimrob. This position that McGee and a bunch of numbers is doing the same as Casey of just, here it is. I miss Yoga Pants Ashton. I think Yoga Pants Ashton is in the afternoon. I've got a screen record in the afternoon to see Yoga Pants Ashton and her camel.
L, not really. I'm not too worried about it.
Second pussy in a row.
People do worse. Oh, ow, he's biting me. You bite hard, little homie. You bite hard, little homie. Yo, everybody double tap and share the live for our little homie. Let's get those shares and likes going right now. Everybody share and like the stream for little Lucas here. Look at him.
I wasn't ready for the...
He's a feisty baby. Watch this. This is his spot. Watch. This is his spot. Oh, goodbye, buddy.
I may have to put this in the rotation to bring to Lunchbox coming up soon. And I think 10 minutes was a bit much for the TikTok preview. I'll do a 5-minute, 5 1-minute clips for the next time that I'm on Lunchbox with Electra and bring. And I forgot the intro. I was going to do an abbreviated intro with just the burps, not the before and after. So I'll do that the next time that I guest on Lunchbox, bringing 5 minutes rather than 10 minutes of previously on TikTok around the clock.
What are you doing in there? What are you doing in there?
Wow. Some 20-year-old references will just not leave my brain, such as that 24 reference, which jumped the shark every single season. Every single season, at some point, it was just like, oh, Jesus Christ.
What are you doing in there, buddy? What are you doing? Are you trapped? Are you stuck? Are you stuck in the cat tree? He says, no, I'm not stuck. I can get out of here.
So the cat tree, it is kind of a pussy hole that it's stuck in. Luckily, only dogs have that problem and not humans getting stuck in the pussy hole.
Yo, everybody share the live for little Lucas. Let's get little Lucas to 100 shares, everybody. Let's get little Lucas to 100 shares. Also, if we get 100,000 likes, we will bring little Lucas outside, everybody. We will bring little Lucas outside. And it's raining today, so it will be his first rain. Look at him.
Teeny little kitty cat.
Look at him.
Jangan lupa share, Mawar.
Corgi.
Yes.
So we've seen a beatboxer, and now we're kind of mixing the beatboxing with the NPC. So here we have a hybrid bastard child of beatboxing and NPC begging but not begging for your pennies at a time.
Kiss. Ew. Tipsnya adalah selalu makan jengkol. Mawar. Mawar.
Thank you for follow.
Jangan lupa tap layar, jangan lupa follow kita, jangan lupa share, kopi pahit.
Okay, so they have a whole music group here. He is the beatboxer, she is the rapper, and we are throwing pennies at their stage.
Sapi, mo, jalan tik-tik.
I did not even notice that while I was going through this, A. Smith. That looks a hell of a lot like a diaper that he is wearing.
Thank you for follow.
They, in reality, might actually be white shorty shorts, but they do look just like a diaper that he's wearing.
Jangan lupa tap.
So he is kind of taking tips from Riley Martin, who has a piss bottle, but he can't have a piss bottle. There is no table to piss under. So just piss right where you're at in this diaper. And that does mean that you can beg for longer. Aaron Imholt, you could beg for 8 hours straight if you throw a diaper on.
Jangan lupa follow kita. Jangan lupa share. Jangan lupa share. Kiss kiss. Mawar. Mawar.
And thank you for follow.
Jangan lupa tetap bayar. Jangan lupa follow kita. Jangan lupa share. Jangan lupa share. Headphone.
Thank you for follow. Cowboy.
No, tidak capek. Terima kasih.
Ketawa. No.
She does have some flow to her, both up top and down bottom. So that is nice.
Selamat datang yang baru join.
Idul Adha Ramadan.
I have no idea what they are rapping about, but she certainly does have a good flow to her, like those white naughty by nature guys whose rhymes mid, but whose flow top notch. And now let's get to a man who is crying.
Ow.
You be 40, I be 37.
Ow. Oh.
So I don't know what Jesus has done to get this guy so emotional, but this is a God streamer, and it's the power of Christ compels him to cry.
You're all right. You're all right. You are not alone.
Oh, good. After UB40, we'll have some Michael Jackson. You are not alone. I remember so many of his fans crying in the audience, just like this guy is crying in the audience of Christ.
You're not alone. There are right ways to fight.
Yeah, you don't hit below the belt. That's true for boxing. That's true for MMA. That is the right way to fight.
You just gotta give it up.
This must have been after he touched that electrical generator and got electrocuted, turned into a skeleton. I can see that getting you more emotional than the paint can. And if it was right after the paint can, we would see physical evidence of that McAllister kid getting him again, Nimrob.
I'll start. You don't have to start. I'll start.
Oh, you started already. Keep on going. It doesn't really go along with the burping theme in the beginning, but good Lord, that cry followed by that wet blow. Good Lord.
I'll start. You don't have to start. I'll start.
Christ. He's crying over the death of Christ, Mark Bass. They say time heals all wounds, but still 2,000 plus years later, and he's still a bit emotional over. Two tracks, one from Mr. Blue Sky, and I've been trying to fit in his new one. I believe that'll be on next week's episode that I was able to put in the Sisto, the disco track, by Mr. Blue Sky. And we will get to the second round of TikTok Live. I didn't announce what time of day that was, did I? 9 a.m. There you see the pussy in the pussy hole looking at us with that 9 a.m. mark. And we are going to get to 10 p.m. in just a little bit. But first, we have a mystery, a Piss Saga mystery that is ongoing. So we will keep abreast of this situation.
Electrical box in my neighborhood had been overrun with bottles of piss. And not your normal run-of-the-mill truck driver bottle of piss, but an assortment of different size bottles, different colors, and sometimes complemented with a hand-drawn note. The bottles would usually appear in the
human urine. Letting you know what he dropped there. It's that 2-liter that's quite impressive. That is very dark. That is a morning piss. Oh, is that red one piss too? That guy might want to see a doctor.
And sometimes complemented with a hand-drawn note. The bottles would usually appear in the morning and then disappear in the late afternoon or evening, with this transaction occurring a few times a week. The word of this piss-infested electrical box spread throughout the neighborhood, even to the point where a third-party vigilante left an aggressive letter.
Hey, funny guy, if I catch you leaving your piss here, I will make you drink every last drop. I think that he is trying to get piss play going elsewhere, and this is just his opportunity to claim it's for justice. You will have wished I called the cops. I am watching you, and you don't know who I am, but I know who you are. You have been warned. And then we have the Eye of Sauron there.
Culprit. The notoriety of the situation grew, and so did the strength of the urine, making its mark atop the electrical box and cementing.
The strength of the urine left a physical mark on the electrical box
itself as its own neighborhood landmark. Who was placing these bottles? Who was the vigilante? Is a different person?
The question mark is in the piss bottle.
Finally, my curiosity got the best of me. So I purchased the DigiGarden 4K waterproof trail camera with the hopes of answering these questions. But my main holdup was setting up the camera.
Los Angeles, California. Of course we're in Los Angeles.
The electrical box is located on a busy street, and if anyone saw me next to it, then they would immediately assume that I was the pisser, and my reputation.
And someone is looking to make you drink that foreign piss that's been out in the Los Angeles sunlight all day long, so it stinks.
Would be forever ruined. So I hit up my friend Grant, who's always filming his own videos and skits and is usually in costume, figuring that he would be a good source for a decoy look.
Yeah, I have a vest and I think 2 construction helmets if you need to borrow them. Let me know if you need any help. I could probably meet up.
The next day, Grant and I arrived at the location in our decoy looks. Me as a standard construction worker, and Grant.
He kind of looks like Lalo Salamanca there. He could pull off that very soft-spoken, intelligent psychopath type of look. Lalo Salamanca here, who's really doing some great investigative reporting on these piss bottles in his neighborhood.
Me as a standard construction worker, and Grant as a recently divorced, disheveled project manager. The two of us were able to fool the public as we successfully set up the DigiGarden 4K waterproof trail camera. The following morning, I went to go check the electrical box and couldn't believe my eyes. Piss. I honestly thought this would take a week or so, but we were able to capture the drop-off on the first night, but inherently knew that the pickup was the most intriguing part of the story.
They have half of the mystery recorded, but they want the whole mystery solved. It's absolutely exciting. They can solve this mystery right now, but only half of it will be solved.
So after consulting with Grant, we agreed to wait it out one more night. Unfortunately, the piss bottles were still there the following morning. No pickup. It had been too long, and there was a high chance that the batteries to my DigiGarden 4K waterproof trail camera were dead. Also, since Grant and I had been posting about this in real time, there was a great deal of pressure building from people online. I couldn't take it anymore. Making sure the coast was clear, I quickly collected the DigiGarden 4K waterproof trail camera and went home to review the clips. Finally, the mystery was about to be solved.
And luckily, that one neighbor didn't see him and come out with his little mini bat to beat him. Because I don't know if you all know, that's the standard practice in Baltimore to have your little mini bat under your car seat to smack the shit out of someone versus the full-size bat, which is a bit more cumbersome to carry around with you in the car.
The footage was baffling. I hadn't even thought about the drop-off coming from beyond the wall, which also happened to be the side of a highway. I had so many questions, and so did everyone following the saga.
The piss man has also thought about not getting caught. So he is very discreetly placing his piss bottles on top. He is not pissing right next to the electrical box and dropping them off. That is too much time. That might get you caught. And even placing them on top right next to it, that would be a little too risky. So he is on the other side. Let's see that one more time of him very discreetly dropping the piss bottle off.
To review the clips. Finally, the mystery was about to be solved.
It's like watching one of those ghost videos where you see it around the corner for a second. The piss is around the corner for a second, and we see the specter of piss, Pissy Claus, the Easter pisser, dropping it off.
The footage was baffling. I hadn't even thought about the drop-off coming from beyond the wall, which also happened to be the side of a highway.
Looks like A. Smith and Spurg Snake are both as invested into this piss mystery as I am. And we only have another about 10 seconds to go on this video, and part 2 will be at the end of the episode after segment 2 of the TikTok lives.
I had so many questions, and so did everyone following the saga. Grant and I both felt that this was just the tip of the iceberg and that we're onto something much bigger.
Iceberg. Pittsburgh. You had the setup there for the joke. Cough button. More of a sneeze button for me. I do sneeze very hilariously. Luigi coming in with his trans hands as he's late. We just got through part 1 of an ongoing series. We will have part 2 of the piss mystery, the Pistery Theater, as A. Smith is putting it at the end of the episode. And there will be more to come after this. But right now we are TikToking around the clock at 10 p.m. as we have Deshaun Fuego doing a fascinating take on the NPC type of stream. He is a menial minimum wage worker working for pennies at a time. Well, actually, this doggy, that might be $10. It's at least $3.50, maybe up to $10. I've got to do my research again. I do know the cowboy hat and mustache is $3.50, but the doggy, that is enough to get the dunk tank people to dunk themselves. So that might be more like $10-20. The little doggy with his heart fart coming out.
Hi, what's your name? Okay, you want roses? Okay, we got some roses here. Okay, that's going to be $5.90. That's another thick. These dogs must be eating their protein. I've never seen a dog with a fat ass like that. Hey, can I pet that dog? Here, let me pet that dog, please. Can I?
So we did get into animal peckers earlier, and Deshaun is bringing us into animal asses.
That's a beautiful dog. Where'd you get the dog from? Yeah, that dog right there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Can I pet it, please? No, I can't. Well, get out my store then.
Can I pet that dog? That was a viral one. I don't know if it made it beyond TikTok. I'm gonna pet that dog. It's a little girl trying to pet a bear.
Get out my store. Hi, what's your name? Desert? Okay, you want donuts? Okay, we got some donuts. $5.99 for the donuts, sir.
Insert cash or select payment type.
Okay, hey, can you stop lighting fireworks in here, Mr. Pickle? You're gonna set off the damn fire alarm. And I just look what the oh my God, Margaret, we need a fire extinguisher. We need a fire.
I do like the spin he's taken on this. He's got some sound effects. He's reacting to stuff as if he was a very frustrated employee. But Luna, the Death Goth NPC, still my number one. Luigi Greenberg, not a big fan of the illustrations on her titties, but I like it.
Everybody, stay calm. Stay calm. It's a. Oh my, Mr. Pickles, you're getting evicted. Okay, everybody, stay calm. Stay calm. Okay, let me use this Clorox bleach. Okay.
Something about him adding the sound effects himself makes me laugh. He took out the liquid in that to just use it as a prop, and now he's got to do it himself.
Can we ban Mr. Pickles? Can we get him out of here? Thank you. Get him out of here. Okay, can we have next in line? Okay, why do y'all have tasers in your hand? What? Ooh.
And you saw those lightning bolts just piling up. Those guys knew that he was going to get tasered, and they were just waiting for him to respond, just stacking them up a penny at a time, those lightning bolts to taser him. That's right, Mr. Pickles. I do remember the evil dog that was a Satanist and was an absolute. Only Grandpa knew that he was an evil sketch, an evil dog, Mr. Pickles. I was trying to place that, and the evil dog, and a very unique, ugly animation style. It was a fun animation style that I really enjoyed on Mr. Pickles, but everything was so ugly. I'm sure some people absolutely hated it, but I loved the ugly animation style on Mr. Pickles. I'm sure someone is about to ask, what is she doing? I have no idea. But it looks like she made herself too dizzy and she can't spin in circles with her hand above her head anymore. She's fell down.
Where are you, SN? Where are you? You can't leave this camera.
That's right, Luigi Greenberg. The Mr. Pickles himself was absolutely adorable, and everything else was absolutely grotesque in Mr. Pickles on Adult Swim.
That is so funny. Since she fall? No, she's just doing this.
She got up enough steam to do a few more rotations, and now she has got to get off the ride again.
One more dance for my team, for my family. It's down, right? Yeah. Thank you so much, Elson. Thank you, you're a cute girl. I love you. So have a good day. See you. Bye.
You too.
Well, that was fun while it lasted. Her going on the human merry-go-round. So, what is this channel about? Come on, I'll be super strong one day. Merida. That gives me no more information about what was going on with that human merry-go-round that you got a bit dizzy on twice.
What?
Ooh. I can't bring up the long chats without getting in the way of our nice little stripper here. Stripper, but not stripper. So I'll just put it on pause while Star Chunksta has a nice piece of art from Mr. Pickles drawn by the actual animator. There was some type of words across her face. I couldn't quite make it out. So on that last one, it's a bit small. I think that might be in her native language. They just look like scribbles to me. But then again, she's got Lina 0, so maybe that is not her actual native language. But those look like Mandarin or something to me. That is my guess. Or maybe the Predator language. She might be one with the Predator who has come on to TikTok Live as a new way to lure in foes. So, yeah, can't quite make it out. Those are my theories about what was across her face. It certainly wasn't a ropey load like we saw at the beginning of this. Well, that was a drippy load we saw on her face at the beginning of this. It wasn't a ropey one.
What?
Mute button. Take some notes, Mr. Crying Man. Actually, don't take notes. keep on doing your wet crying and blowing into a hanky, Mr. Crying Man from earlier. No, not mute. We want to have our stripper music going while our stripper goes. And as you see, this poll is more for show rather than actual stripper dancing, because it's flimsy. It's a prop. It can not actually be used for pole aerobics. We're going to have to isolate that drop, actually, Luigi Greenberg, now that you pointed out that DJ Electra dropped a ropey loads. It's been a while since I've been to an Earl stream. He was starting to get annoyed with us about a month ago when we kept dropping ropey loads. He had enough of those fucking references. Nimrod having a hard time seeing anything beyond the stripper in the foreground. Pole aerobics. There is a sex joke in there, which I haven't been able to work out to the solution there of the pole aerobics and the sex joke. It's in there somewhere, but it's not good enough for me to attempt it, lest Duke Phillips come in and ask me where the joke is. So far, we've only had one big booby lady so far, the lady with the drippy loads on her face. She wasn't showing them off particularly much. But some fit ladies with some small tatas are populating this episode. Oh, and she's number 4. This is another one of those competitions where they have multiple ladies who you can vote for. So number 4, she got the most votes, the most gifts to do a private dance. And View Tyra, she doesn't need to wear leg warmers, but she does warm me in the crotch every time that I see her, Nimrod. I don't think I've ever heard her say a word. She's one of those non-talking streamers. She lets her fit body and not small tits, not big tits, just right. Baby Bear would be very happy with those boobies. These tits are too big. These tits are too small. View Tyra's tits are just right. Those are kind of dead eyes, aren't they, Luigi Greenberg? I guess that the AI will have an easy time convincing me to come into the back room and then murdering me the way that I am falling for View Tyra here and her dead-eyed NPC look. But if it's between View Tyra and Lola, you all know I simp for Lola more than almost anyone here on this show. Or maybe it's because the dead-eyed, emotionless trauma is what I'm into with those lack of life behind those eyes. Yeah, look at those eyes. She's seen some shit. You cannot affect her. That is why she's dead-eyed. Not because she's AI. Not because she's AI. No.
And now it's waiting.
A shower curtain is a sexy background, and I do like the fact that yesterday on Lunchbox, Electra and Spurgsnake did correct me on the backdrop for Mitchell Jackson being a sheet. That it qualifies as a backdrop, but it is a sheet in his ripped sweatpants.
But now small talk, but it's also judging off of appearances. You're like, oh, you're hot or you're not.
Some more dating talk with the ladies here with Chantel. I think I might have to bring her appearance on the speed dating on. She had a creepy motherfucker and a hilarious reaction to getting the fuck away from that creepy motherfucker.
And honestly, I don't know how to post a hot picture of myself. Like,
you're actually going to have a hard time posting a hot picture of yourself. I think you'll be able to post a passable and attractive picture of yourself. A hot picture of yourself, you are correct. It's a little more difficult for some people than others. Bergsnake pointing out he too has the sheet backdrop over his door, but you don't see the bottom of it. Mitchell Jackson always has the bottom of the sheet showing, and that drives me up a wall that his backdrop is not serving its function to drop over the entire back, like my ropey loads do.
online dating was not a problem for me in my 30s and my 40s. It's been more of a problem.
And that's why I swipe right on the 40s and 50s, because shallow men are not into the old broads. I give a thumbs up to the old broads. Well, the one last night, she was more grandma than woman, so it was a bit of a turnoff that she is in the grandma phase of her life and less in the womanly phase of her life.
Like, I don't want to do it. Okay. I have a unique situation though, because I do not want
You have a unique situation? You got a Pekka?
to find love. I don't feel this great desire to find love. I don't necessarily even care about being single for the rest of my life. But when I recently had a crush, I realized, like, ooh, I'm capable of love. And
That is something I have felt as well, of being like, I'm fine on my own, and just getting a little taste of like, oh yes, these emotions exist. The box has been unlocked. Let's unfurl them. Oh, you don't want them? Fuck!
feelings and like sexual feelings and stuff. And I was like, eh.
Yeah, the sexual feelings I've always had. It's those pesky emotions that I have quite the great skill of locking them away. But then when you unlock them, it's like, holy shit, this feels great. Actually expressing emotions. How dare you reject them? Fuck.
I want to explore that. But I'm also very monogamous and like.
I'm out. You were checking the boxes. Okay. And very monogamous. Well, if you're a 100% switch, we can talk about monogamy. But you do have to have that on your side of being both topping and bottoming when you go to the sex club with me. And at home too, because the sex club has a business license and we can't get into penetration play at the sex club.
It's hard. Like. I'm basically doomed.
A. Smith, not a fan of the jaw. It is a bit of a cartoony square there. So not a bad looking woman, but not a gorgeous woman, and in your 50s. So I am for it. the monogamy, you're losing me unless we can start talking about kink. If we match perfectly on that kink, then yes, no further partners needed.
I'm basically doomed, bitch.
Basically doomed. Fair use, buddy.
Gifts, TikTok takes a large percentage of like the money, and then I also don't get it for like a week. Alita, I appreciate.
The previous lady gets a 6 from A. Smith. This lady is more of a recent lady. Can tell by a few factors there. So nice to see you well on your way to your becoming a lady journey here. Lady now.
Thank you so much.
Kind of a makeup tutorial. I don't know. I'm just not into makeup tutorials if you've got all of your limbs, now that I have seen Elena G and the other lady. Well, we do have Luna Lavish, and she was live streaming at 10:30 p.m. So Luigi Greenberg would like to give this lady a mustache. A. Smith, They can get that stuff to stop that mustache from coming in, but we can give her an instant mustache with Tree Fitty.
I think I might have actually got them from the TikTok shop, funnily enough.
Cobra Kai Nimrod, she once beat up Daniel LaRusso.
Oh, thanks for the crown. Oh my god, that's cute. I have a swim skirt for that reason, so.
You know what, Stallion? You're absolutely right. Did she use a Ladyboy random name generator? We have had so many trans Lunas on here. The Death Goth Luna is not a trans Luna. She is a lady Luna, but the trans ladies that we have come across on TikTok, a shitload have been named Luna, and it is like a Mad Libs adding lavish to that. The other Luna we saw, who said no mustaches allowed, I don't believe she had a last name.
Yes, I love the curtains, though.
She loves the curtains. The meat curtains. But if you mutate your lady cock into meat curtains, that takes away what makes you special, and Jim Norton won't want you anymore.
Okay, there we go. Now,
Dream Tunnel. That is what you dream about having, but unfortunately, you have a live rod where your dream tunnel would be man-made.
I was like, I felt like something was missing from my makeup. Oh, Eric, thank you. Oh, that's cute. I like the little corgi.
Second time we've seen that little corgi fart hearts at somebody.
Oh, thank you so much. Okay, that one was really cute. I like that one. Not for me, but very impressive. I'm not trying to be for anyone. I'm just myself, y'all. Chill.
That does look like to be it's a band shirt, the Dream Tunnel that she's wearing there, and it'll cost her a lot to wear a Dream Tunnel on her permanently, but a lot of trans ladies are getting the Dream Tunnel surgery. We'll see if Looney Luna gets that one day. Her Phony Tuna is another name for the Dream Tunnel. Stallion 19. Imitation Tuna.
If you're attracting me,
a lot of fun transgenital words here, A. Smith, and I do often wonder if these Lunas that we come across would be like Helga and Lisa and go along with the goofing gags. Which, by the way, Helga and Lisa posted a message that they are not fully monetized, and I don't think I might ever be fully monetized because of my cheeky outro that is a commercial for tobacco. Apparently, that's something that YouTube doesn't like, to give you full monetization. That is quite a deep voice that she has. At least she isn't putting on a fake one. So that is appreciative that you're going with the more natural type of voice there. And the mustache, she is hiding well with that makeup. So, makeup expert on the levels of Elena G.
That's cool if you're not. I don't care, you know? Those posters look like they have a story. They're just K-pop posters. So like I got Twice up there. I got
K-pop fans are kind of becoming basic bitches in our time, aren't they? You throw a rock and you find a Zoomer who is a K-pop fan, and some of them have a faux taco, some don't. So Luna Lavish here is not as autistic as I am, where my Hollywood stills back there do indeed tell a story, and the story is missing a few pieces here. As we see yesterday, I've got 3 here off to the side. This one actually has an important story there of the story of Matthew Broderick hitting a pedestrian and killing them and getting away with it, and the officer being like, well, that's Chinatown. So that's, yeah, you can kind of see that story there in the background, but it's not visible enough at this distance.
and Hypen, and I got Stray Kids. All just K-pop bands.
Impossible Taco. I am really enjoying all of these different names for genitals that are turned into the other type of genitals. She would be really great as that voiceover, because Pee-wee's voice, the producers deemed were too loud in the movie within the movie. Paging Mr. Herman. Mr. Herman to the front desk.
Was asleep.
Oh, and she said no more words after I saw that and brought it up, the paging Mr. Herman. So we've got to hear her, how she would page PW.
I'm not trying to be for anyone. I'm just myself, y'all. Chill. If you're attracted to me, that's cool. If you're not, I don't care, you know? Those posters look like they have a story.
Okay, I was kind of giving her props for not putting it on. You are putting it on just a slight bit, but at least you aren't going over the top like some of those new ladies are doing. You're just softening it a bit to be less paging Mr. Herman.
They're just K-pop posters. So like I got Twice up there. I got and Hypen, and I got Stray Kids. All just K-pop bands.
Rot Pocket. It's still warm inside the Rot Pocket, the open wound. King Yeti.
Was asleep, which is obviously horrible. Like for, I think women.
I can't believe it's not a taco.
Need more sleep than men. There's a study that came out that said women need, I think, like 9 to 10.
All right. You're gonna have to babble on in just a moment, you real lady. We've still got some more terms coming in for the rotten bottom, the knot pocket, the rot taco. You threw that in twice, so I'll throw it up twice. A gangrene gash for the open wound. Perfect for the Fred Norris Herman Monster training. Oh, Siobhan. You do have a little bit of a Siobhan going on there. Oh, geez, Howard.
It's all just K-pop bands.
Was asleep, which is obviously horrible.
I'm enjoying these two the most, King Yeti and Stallion, because of the jingle that goes along with the Rot Pocket, Knot Pocket.
Like for, I think women need more sleep than men. There's a study that came out that said women need, I think, like 9 to 10 hours.
I think that study was done by men. The title was Women Are Lazy Bitches, and it was on The Onion, and you're taking it seriously.
Hours of sleep, and men need 8, like 7 to 8 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So it ain't good.
I've been sleeping a lot, and also like I went hard
on my first like 3 days of going to the gym, so that like paralyzed me for the week.
You don't go hard all the way. Well, unless you've got a brand new girlfriend, then you go hard all the way because you're just so damn attracted to her, even with the infection section of the open wound that they've got, the vagina zero, the snot rocket.
Yeah, oh, I feel that. I did a lot of traveling this past week because my friend got married in Vegas.
The coom womb. Hoo.
Yes.
I don't know why that made me think of Stern, the coom womb.
And so I went down to that, and then I visited my dad in Utah. So I was just like exhausted from like traveling and all this crazy stuff. But I'm kind of like getting more sleep now, so that's good. Because before I was delirious throughout the whole day.
Oh, good. So now you are following the advice of that Onion article that said women are lazy bitches and just sleep all the time, and you're taking it seriously. Of that women need to sleep all the time parody article.
Yeah, do it, girl. Take melatonin or.
I am kind of an idiot, and when I hear melatonin, I get that confused with melanin. So, like in my mind, he just said you just need some black cock.
See if your doctor can prescribe you trazodone. That's what I take to sleep.
I take something to sleep, and it's legal, in California.
That delayed reaction was quite fun. Of him, what? Oh, weed. I get it. It's weed. It's a womb over. The comb over for your genitals. It is a womb over. It is a manhole. That these. I'm gonna have to rank these. We have got a bunch of fun transgenital words here. Snot socket. I see that. That was a little mistype before. The snot socket, Mr. Blue Sky is throwing into the running for the transgenitals.
I'm about to get bananaed, I'm saying, but that's what I use to sleep.
So we do have to add actually talking about being banned to the words you can't say on TikTok. And there are a bunch of them, just like we're learning on Twitch. Moron and Spurg, you cannot put in the title of Twitch videos. Those will not be seen over on Twitch. The St. Cloud Moron Show. I think I can edit the title to something different for Twitch. The St. Cloud something show. Something with 2 syllables to go along with this.
I just zen out, eat some cookies, fall asleep.
I don't participate in the devil's lettuce.
Lame.
It's not even like that. It's just like a little,
Yeah, I don't do any of that.
Okay.
Most in demand multi-species.
So judging him. Oh, you don't do weed? You don't do edibles? And I have been on my weed break for a good 6, almost 7 months now, and boy, do I want it. I am still smoking 2 cigarettes a day, and I do believe it's like once I'm over with work that I want my cigarette. I think if I were to get back on the weed, I could knock out the cigarettes for good, as I did for 6 years.
She's rehabber in Nassau County. I get the bulk of the calls, and even if I give them out to other rehabbers, I'm still fielding the calls.
You know what this squirrel rehab is missing is spinning plates. You need to get in contact with the hamster rave guy, and I bet she would think that that's exploitation of the squirrels. But we need a squirrel rave to go along with our hamster rave. Get some spinning plates in there.
And I am very active, or used to be very active on Facebook in a lot of the.
Not all straight edge dudes are diddlers, but you're right. There is an amazing amount of crossover there that that is kind of surprising.
Squirrel groups, and other wildlife groups, just assisting answering questions.
Are you also rehabbing the squirrels that were forced to run around in guys' pants? They have had a very traumatic life.
And at some point, that part of it became overwhelming to me. I run a bunch of turtle pages. That's really my first love, my lifelong experiences with turtles.
She likes turtles.
I'm a group expert in wildlife for a bunch of squirrel pages. And
Ooh, a group expert in wildlife. She takes the bukkake from all types of weird animal penises. Be careful of the salmonella with the turtle. You don't want to take it on your face. Just take the turtle load on your stomach so you can disinfect it and not get the salmonella.
And then I run Long Island Wildlife Rescue and Rehabilitation.
And actually, I have talked about that in the past, of the THC cups that I got from too much of the weed smoking. I may be a B cup just like Aaron Imholt, and I'm not going to show you because that's plausible deniability that I'm just fucking joking around on my man boobies.
Everybody who needs to know how to reach me has my cell number. I cannot monitor Facebook. Between the notifications, the tags, the messenger messages, that is not a good way to reach me. I just can't. I don't have the time.
We don't want to reach you. We want to talk to the squirrels, especially that one that jumped up and was going upside down. He is a fun little guy.
Time to monitor Facebook.
Yes, are you looking for like layers? Are you looking for it to possibly frame your face a little bit? Oh.
And if DJ Electra were to drop in right now, she is dropping right back out because we have got ASMR mouth noises here, which I'm the opposite. Mouth noises. This lady is very blowjob noisy with her ASMR. Is Shay?
Oh, you want it? Thank you. Hey, Mimi. Thank you, love. Thank you, love. Oh, you want it? Oh, you want the feathered look? Yes, we can definitely feather it. Feather it. Like that. Oh, framing. Yeah. How many more triggers? I'm not exactly sure. Like that. Yes, we can like feather.
Mr. Blue Sky is along with DJ Electrify and absolutely hating the ASMR. That's why I limit it to one per episode at the absolute maximum. And this did get some viewers to drop off. There is a lot of ASMR haters out there. Not a bunch of people who like the mouth noises that reminds me of some blowjob noises. And the feather is reminding me of some ball tickling. But this is definitely this appears to be even more hated than the Galactivators. So I'll go ahead and jump ahead since we are getting unanimous. Stop it with this ASMR.
That is like so cool. Is that not like so cool? Anyways, all right. Can we wet?
It does sound like a wet blowjob, but the viewers, they are not agreeing with you to keep this. And Luigi Greenberg pointing out, who wants to hear talking while having their balls tickled? Aramanth. I'll have to look into that ASMR. As here we are indeed at the end. I have a unanimous vote to go ahead and skip this. I am documenting what's going on, and the ASMR blowjob sounds and ball tickling sounds are getting a unanimous vote from the chat of please do not bring this back.
Can we wet a light trigger? Wait, what does that mean? How do you wet it? Can we wet?
ASM hard R. So that was supposed to be relaxing, and the viewers said, no, this is fucking irritating. But I did keep along with that theme of the relaxing as we get into a song that's very chill by Jay.
was I made
And a very soothing voice, an angelic type from Poca Hot Ass here. And I cannot take credit for the name Poca Hot Ass. I got that from the Bang Bus.
so right. Turns out not real, just something you pay for. What was I made for? Cause I told
ASMR fetishists are the foot fetishes of the ears. And that is about a 20-year-old joke that I am dropping there of D. Sanchez and Ugly driving around on the Bang Bus and picking up random girls to bang in the back.
Right, why must I fight for my life? I'm a fool for you. There's no one else to blame. After all, it's my name. Well,
Sasheen Littlefeather is actually off of my radar there. And A. Smith, a fan of exploited teens. I feel like I remember when the category of exploited teens on the porn sites had to be updated to parentheses 18-19 once they got a certain amount of complaints from people.
Worlds apart and my humor.
Oh, the Oscars. Rini is, I believe, is pointing out Sasheen Littlefeather was the woman at the Oscars who, was it John Wayne sent? Someone sent her. So Rini for the win, remembering Sasheen Littlefeather getting booed out of the building talking about Native American rights at the Oscars in the 70s, 60s. Good old Holly Woke in the 70s, 60s. Boo! Rights for all people. Boo!
I'll fly right on the spot. Imagine that.
Marlon Brando, not John Wayne. It was John Wayne who was booing the shit out of her. I don't know why I would think that it was John Wayne. So we have points for Rini for remembering who Littlefeather was, and points for Luigi and A. Smith for remembering it was Marlon Brando that sent her there.
I'm unfunny. What's a characteristic that has been consistently with you since a baby? For me, it's kindness.
Perversion. That I believe I was a massive pervert in a past life, and that was such a part of my personality. It carried over into this life immediately, to where I kind of had an understanding of sexuality earlier than many.
That's a phenomenal question. I would definitely say kindness for me as well. And just being nice. Yeah, all right. I'm just going to say that. There's probably other stuff, but that's really crazy. Great. No one's.
I do believe our music segment will continue. We had Pocahontas with a nice chill song, Shep Gold with his soothing vocals here. And I'm not actually sure of that. I do know that the Crying Indian ad was an Italian guy. Mr. Blue Sky believes that the answer is actually a Bangladeshian woman. As far as I know, that is correct. So, and that's been going on for so long. Of we need a Native American. You look close enough, Bangladeshian lady. You look close enough, Italian man.
Asked a question like that.
Use our music. So getting more into our funky beats now. Cupcake just missed the chill beats. Missed the crying man. You missed some small boobied ladies. One big boobied lady of the entire stream. That is different for us for having only a single pair of what knockers to talk about.
Thank you, number 9.
Oh, that's it. That's a joke that went right over my head. Zoom. No, it wasn't an Indian. It was a Bangladeshian right next door to India. Zoom. Once again, an American geography fail on our end. As Sabine Hassenfelder talked about the American education system failing us all, with Terrence Howard being able to spout his nonsense and get people to say like, yo, bro, he's so smart.
Jason, hello, Pickle Express. Yes. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, number 9.
And I should have let Shep Gold roll a little longer without interrupting him. I'm letting Freakbase go here a little while without the interrupting with that nice Pickle Express delivers not pockets. that may be a regular segment coming up with genitals. That used to be the other type of genitals. And that is a hot outfit there, both as a fashion choice and physically. It's leather. That is a hot outfit that A. Smith is down to wear for Halloween.
So this is Set Me Free, and then I'm going to end the stream.
And she is going to end the stream. We heard her. She already stated that she is going to end the stream, so we have got to follow her rules. But we do have part 2 of the Piss Saga before we call it quits for the day. And I didn't put that together. He does have like a bleach blonde Martin Short look. Freakbase does. Yeah, Freakbase has a cool, unique sound. He's one of DJ Electrify's favorites as well. It's like the anti-Galactivators. He kind of has a cool psychedelic look and feel without being just absolutely grating to the ears, which the audience unanimously voted that ASMR is. So, okay, no more Shay. You voted with both in the chat and with the views dropping off massively with Shay's blowjobby sounding ASMR. No more of that.
right, guys, I'm gonna sign off here. Please vote for Set Me Free. Would really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
That was the end of regulation for TikTok around the clock as A. Smith sees that talent of her picking the guitar, wondering how fast she can pick a pecker. Ooh, there is a dirty child's rhyme. I don't think that Andrew Dice Clay got to of picking a what's a word for erection with a P, so we can continue our picking pecker little rhyme there. Crazy Train with Distortion. She said that was an original song, but you do add a little bit of distortion, and bam, it's a new song. It's not Crazy Train at all. It is my own unique song. Veggie Meat, a combination of the two, some veggie meat. I guess that would be the opposite of a female to male. We've been going with a lot of male to female descriptions of genitals. Veggie meat sounds like the opposite to me, as we get to the second part of the piss saga. Pick a pickled pecker. So as we left off before on who is dropping these piss bottles off, the camera did not catch who is dropping off these piss bottles. It is a lot more thought out. This guy is reaching over the walls to drop his piss bottles onto the electrical box. So we are out of regulation time and into overtime as we get more into this piss bottle mystery in Los Angeles on an electrical box.
During the mysterious video footage of the initial piss drop-off, Grant and I decided to take the weekend to process what we had just witnessed. It was baffling to think that someone was out there at night, in the bushes with latex gloves, strategically placing piss bottles on an electrical box. First thing Monday morning, I drove to the site to check if the bottles were gone. They weren't. In fact, they had doubled. Things were escalating quickly, so Grant decided to order a second digit guard.
Man from behind the wall, it has been very busy. Apparently, this is not every day, but 2 days in a row, doubled. And whoever the piss picker is, they just let them stay there. So that is the second part. I don't think the piss dropper is the piss picker-upper.
Garden 4K waterproof trail camera, and we devised a plan to capture what was occurring beyond the wall.
To pick a petrified pecker. Thank you, Star Chunksta. That's the beginning of our dirty rhyme, to pick a petrified pecker. Already, I am stumbling over myself, but I stumble over my words on a regular basis. So, of course, this is okay. He has got the two spots in which we are to catch a pisser.
For this intricate of a setup, we need a bigger crew of decoy construction workers. Fortunately, Grant had a construction worker friend who agreed to help out and lend us gear while also giving us a few pointers on how we could better sell the look. I didn't have any construction worker friends, but I had a motorcycle friend named Robin, who basically looks like a construction worker, and I was certain that he would help out. But Robin was busy that day, so I hit up my friend Katz, who's usually down for anything. Hey Katz, I'm working on a project and need some extra bodies. Mainly need you to come and be a construction worker.
Okay. I've never done construction before, but fuck it, I'll try anything once. Hey, wait.
And of course, this subterfuge is to make sure that he isn't pinned as the pisser. The community is well aware of this pisser, and they want his pecker on a platter.
Wait, is this for the piss thing?
With both Katz and Grant's real
His buddy is well aware of his ongoing project. He's asking something out of the blue, and then, oh, wait a minute.
Before, but fuck it, I'll try anything once. Hey, wait, is this for the piss thing?
With both Katz and Grant's real construction friend on board, it was time to head to the location and suit up. We were a squad of construction workers ready to take on whatever construction worker things that were in our path. And in this case, setting up 2 DigiGarden 4K waterproof trail cameras around an electrical box stacked with piss bottles. We played our parts perfectly. I did all the work while everyone else told me how to do it. Grant, the recently divorced disheveled project manager, loomed over, micromanaging us to a T. With cameras set up, our operation was an all-in-all success. Now,
I didn't notice when I previewed this video before the names that they gave of these cameras.
Over, micromanaging us to a T. With cameras set
Urine 802.
up, our operation was an all
Piss 802.
all success. Now it was time to wait. The next morning, I returned to the box only to see that there's a new batch of piss bottles. I knew because this was fewer than before, and one bottle had a particular darker tint. I immediately hit up Grant with the good intel, but
So this pisser is probably collecting all day in his piss bottles. This man probably does not use a toilet at all on the days that he is dropping his piss off, because obviously the darker one is the morning piss, and then later, we don't see a clear one. So maybe he's not getting his last piss of the day there.
but was only met with some disastrous news on his end. And out of nowhere, Grant hit me with the classic "I'm going to Norway today" excuse.
I'm going to Norway today.
I had to retrieve these DigitGarden 4K waterproof trail cameras, but also knew it would be too risky to collect on my own. I needed a project manager, and I knew just the guy.
Hey, Cats. B.A. Baraka. Nimrod knows who he needs for this A team, for this P team.
Can you be my project manager?
Easy.
Also, try to match Grant's decoy outfit, disheveled.
You got it. Plus, I'm actually divorced.
Katz and I met at the location, again in our decoy looks.
The pisser is starting to label all of them urine. Do not be mistaken. This is piss just sitting around in your neighborhood, not going anywhere.
Me as a normal construction worker, and Katz as an actually recently divorced, disheveled project manager. And we were able to retrieve both DigitGarden 4K waterproof trail cameras without any problems. We had two issues with the DigitGarden 4K waterproof trail cameras. The first one I set up failed to record anything. Not really sure why.
Giving it the proper reaction of, you had one job, you son of a bitch. We are solving an unsolved mystery, just like with the boys on the tracks. It was the Clintons.
But it's something I'll be voicing my frustrations with the DigitGarden customer service at a future date. The other issue being that the second camera shifted positions upon setup and framed out the electrical box. But beyond
human error. Shit. So, as I've said, this is an ongoing series. So, thanks to that malfunction and human error, plus the picker-upper is still not found yet. This will be an ongoing series.
On the wall, we did get a major hit. Footage of the culprit in the act, revealing a man in his mid-30s to 40s wearing latex gloves and a flashlight, pouring liquids from...
And our documentarian here, I didn't put out his name the first time. I forgot to give _ Derek Milton the credit for sending us on this piss saga. He's actually covering up the man's identity, but Derek Milton himself got to see the face of the pisser, and he is blocking him from public scrutiny, but showing us a little bit about this man's identity.
From one bottle to another, then methodically placing the piss on the electrical box. Also, the timestamp is almost identical to the previous footage. This clearly seemed premeditated and very intentional.
So 11:30, 11:45 p.m. is the piss drop time. If you go to this neighborhood at 11:30, 11:45 p.m., that is the piss drop time. Just as the boys on the track saw when the coke drop time was in Arkansas.
I thought getting a visual of the culprit would give me some closure, but in reality, it only doubled my curiosity. Is this some abstract performance artist or some family man's late night fetish? For every question I answer, I seemingly raise two more. What are his motives? Who is doing the pickups? And is that actually urine?
So we still have many questions, maybe more questions than we started out with, on what is going on with these piss bottles. Who is dropping them? Why are they dropping them? Who is picking them up? And A. Smith has a solid working theory that maybe they are dropping them off for people to pick up who can't get jobs. And so they just look like good citizens, the picker-uppers. But still, this documentarian hasn't been able to see the ones picking them up. Satanic piss. Nimrod says this is clearly satanic piss. And this is the cult thing that is going on right now, is satanic piss, a public service. So lots of questions. That most recent video from _ Derek Milton was posted a day ago. So we are following him as he is on this case with his investigative reporting. And if it is satanic piss Nimrod, A. Smith is down. All hail Satan piss. Pissy Satan. So that was the episode for today. We are 10 minutes over my goal time of getting out of here at 90 minutes in. So that's been enough of me for today. So I'll just get in one more quick shill segment. Thanks to the early TikToker, I got one in right off the bat. Here's one more to ask you to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell to remember I would not be a good auctioneer because I go into pure gibberish. They're supposed to keep actual words when they go off into that. Tuesday through Thursday, 11:30 a.m. Eastern is when you can catch a co-host audition, a TikTok around the clock, and another show. Successful Failures will be back at some point. But it is a bunch of work, and I'm going to take a couple of Thursdays off. One, because it's a holiday next Thursday, and another Thursday because I need to do shit that's not goofing off online. I need to goof off in real person somewhere, and I need some extra time. So a couple Tuesday, Wednesdays in a row, then we'll be back to Tuesday through Thursday at 11:30 a.m. Eastern, and oh yes, Annie will have Hades on, I believe, Mondays Weekly is the guest next Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And Wednesdays are a big day for me. I was kind of tired yesterday of doing some streaming for 4 hours by the time I went on a date with a grandma. And she fell too far on the grandma edge rather than the woman older than me edge. Which I've said about 55-year-olds. Some are giving them a chance, just like that autistic lady gave me a chance and was like, nah, buddy, you're the wrong type of weird, which is difficult. You need to find that right type of weird. So, Mr. Blue Sky, we have to organize a cult hit. Have a good day, folks. I am wandering on out of here. Hades, What Is This Game next Wednesday, Lunchbox next Wednesday, Spurg Snake Sunday streams of Family Feud are fun ones, and instead of filling piss bottles, we have got maybe we can make this a thing in each one of our neighborhoods, like the Toynbee tiles, where it was one guy. And then obviously it's not one guy anymore. The Toynbee tiles of piss bottles is what we have going on here. As I was about to sign off once and about to sign off a second time. Today's Thursday. That's the end of the week. Co-host audition next Tuesday. We'll see if I'm clout chasing or if I'm getting an obscure person. We do have to return to Tomatom. I was surprised that my porno movie reviews did not get the, hey, this is inappropriate for all ages, but Mr. Nobody did indeed get a slap with all ages. And I just passed my 1 year anniversary. So maybe I should return to the ones that I put a temporary hold on of Opie and Ryback, who I did 3 episodes of each. And I was like, that's enough. Let's try to find some more people. And wrapping up my happy talk portion of the program. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for letting me know no more ASMR, please, for God's sake, with both your chats and your drop-offs. I do like to document, so no more Shay. There are some weird versions of ASMR. Voice your opinions when they show up, but by popular opinions, no more Shay ASMR and ASMR like Shay and her blowjob noises. So I will go ahead and not do that. Thank you all for joining. Now feel free to go away.
Well, it looks like that's all the time we have for today. Thank you for going on this adventure with me. It's fun being with friends. I'll see you next time. Bye now.
Bye for now.
Toodaloo. Au revoir. Auf Wiedersehen. Ciao. Ding dao day.
Places all. All join hands, circle left.
Now circle right and listen to me. LS, MFT. Elementary corners like swinging on a gate. To right to your honey with a right to left date. Grand right and left around you go. Lucky strike means fine tobacco. Meet your honey and give her a whirl. All swing around with the little girls. Smoke 'em, then you'll see. LS, MFT. Promenade and don't you fall. Promenade around the hall. Lucky strike is first again with tobacco men. Promenade straight down the pike. It's time right now for a lucky strike. Yes, for smoking that you're bound to like, you just can't beat a lucky strike.